Good morning, everyone. God bless you. You guys remember that? Anyways, this video is about how to do your Beatitudes board games. Okay, this was meant to be your April assignment for religion to help summarize our content from past units that we did before, and then we can move on to our next ones. Your main bulk of the instructions are here in Religion 9, Beatitudes board games. Sorry, tongue twister for me. Beatitudes board games. Okay. So to help you with your time management, I had posted dates, and you just need 5 questions for each of these days here. It doesn't take a whole lot of time, but I mean, it does take time at all, right? So we need to make sure that gets done. Here's how it's being marked. So how creative you are, how beautiful it is. You need to post rules. Your questions need to be correct that you make. We need to learn from them. And whether your questions are effective in helping us learn those concepts, right? Like if you say, who's the Pope, St. Francis, or Pope Francis, that's a good question, but a lot of us might have known that already. So something that's difficult enough for a grade 9 student, but also fun enough that will more be likely to get it right, because it's only fun when you get them right. Okay, so level 1 is you can just use a game you have already. So I know I have a Connect 4 set at my house. So you just make questions and plunk in the little chips if you get one right. Okay, so I might not get as many points in the creativity department. Okay, but hurry, I did my homework. Okay, level 2 is by actually making a board game. So there's a billion ideas. If you just Google it on techniques you can make. Some students have chosen to do, so there's some questions, right? You just organize what the units are and give me your 5 questions and your 5 answers. Okay, so handing it in as a Google Docs is really helpful. Thank you for these, Sam. And you can take a picture or a video of how to play and send that through Google Docs or share on Google Drive or Dropbox. I'm not too fussy about how you hand that in as long as we get it. So although it was due earlier on, I think we might have gotten overloaded a little bit and not too sure what to do. So I'm going to extend that to the 11th of May. Okay, so if you can make sure and have it done by then, that would be spectacular. We're trying to give you some time over the next little while to get caught up, right? Online learning seems to take longer than regular learning for some reason. So I'm hoping that you will make good use of the time that you've been given. So I have another sample here. Okay, if I'm a student-made board game, it looks quite a bit like the game, that I've played before. I think that'd be quite fun to do that one. And there's another one that I put somewhere that I'm not sure where it is. Okay, so if you could have your board game done by May 11th, that would be appreciated. And if you prefer to do some kind of digital game like a Kahoot, you're welcome to do that too. Just check the rubric, right? Make sure that you have the rules written out on a Google Docs and sent in. And I would recommend doing this with a partner. Okay, very easy to do when you are using Google Docs. You just push share. Technically, you could even have a group of 3, right? The important part is that you are making sure you get this done. So when you have your questions picked out here, the idea is that you go to our Unit 1, Unit 2 and 3, Unit 5, Lent, Unit 6 and 7, and use that information that we learned already to make your questions up. Okay, so you're explaining to us maybe what some of your vocabulary terms were. Maybe you take something out of the notes, like peace is the fruit of what? Okay, and your multiple choice could say justice, bananas, oranges or peace, or well, peace was already the answer. Okay, but you come up with some questions. They could be multiple choice, short answer. Something fun is usually easier for board games. Okay, if you have any questions, email me and I can always send you another how-to video.